So let's take a look at the profit triggers on Scoutly. So these can be set up both manually, or you can just go ahead and use the defaults. Me personally, I just use the defaults. And also this has the option to upload your own type of triggers. And what I mean by that, it seems pretty obvious where, you create your own triggers, but you can upload your own triggers to different phones. So let's say, for example, you have another person scouting books for you, and you want to be using your specific custom triggers. So you can go ahead and download or upload, like you upload your triggers, and then you're able to download it to different phones that is in your subscription, or I guess not. I've never done it before, but that is how it works. To where you can do that, and you can set the different triggers for books, DVD, VHS, and if you go ahead and click on each of these different options, you can see the book triggers that are set up. These are all the default ones, so I just leave it as is. I think that they do pretty good. If there's any books that I think, it says reject on the phone, but the numbers look good, the profits are looking good, the sales rank isn't too bad, then I'll go ahead and buy it still. That's why I like to look at the data, and I don't really just only go off of buy or reject the big green or the big red on the screen. But let's just take a look at the actual triggers and see all the things we can do with it. We can do a lot of stuff actually. So you can do days of sale, which is actually one of the best things. This app and the Scout IQ, they base their sales and their on Scout IQ it's called eScore, but that's based off of the days of sale in the past 90 days, which is a huge determining factor, because that means that not only is the rank good or bad, but it proves if it's actually moving. So it could be a book where normally it's 10 million rank and it just so happened to get sold yesterday. Well, the rank is going to be like 100, 200,000. And so if you scan that book and it says buy, and you don't realize, oh, this book hasn't sold in 10 years, you're going to go ahead and pick it up, and then you're going to be sad once you realize, oh, this book will never sell again. So you want to have that days of sale, and then you also have the sales rank option as well. So then you can do average sales rank. Like, you can just go through all these options and figure out what best suits your need. I recommend only changing one thing at a time with these things, only one trigger at a time. Test it out, see how it works. If you like it, go ahead and stick with it. If you don't, go ahead and take it off. You want to do one thing at a time, just because if you do too many things, then it can throw you off as to what is triggering what, and then you're pretty much just going to have to start from scratch all over again. So, like I said, I usually just stick to what's on there already. Same with Scout IQ. I find those triggers to be very, very good, and that's pretty much the common consensus with those apps, with other booksellers in the community.